Welcome to the part 2 of this video's title, Can Goku Solo Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo? So, in my previous video, I answered the question of the title by doing a power scaling analysis to scale the difference between Goku and the other three shonen protagonists. If you haven't watched that video yet, I suggest to watch it first before diving into this one, since you will not be able to appreciate this video if you haven't watched part 1. I will put the link of the previous video in the description box below or somewhere here where you can click it and watch it first. Then you can just come back here after watching part 1 to understand this part 2 video. Why do I suggest to watch it first? Because watching the previous video will help you understand why power is important in any hypothetical battle scenario. Some people do not understand power difference of the characters that they are comparing and why it is important to determine power difference first before diving into the technicalities of hypothetical scenarios. By watching my previous video, it will help you hopefully picture out the power gap between Goku and the other three shonen characters. So I suggest to go ahead and watch it first before watching this one. Now, I'm going to leave a 5-second gap in this video before continuing further. Okay, so let's start. But before continuing, let us first do a quick summary of how strong Goku is compared to Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo. So, in my previous video, I have explained there why Goku is a character with powers amounting to universal level, which means Goku's power level scales up to universal size if not more than. Since the size of the universe is difficult to picture out because of its unknown massiveness, we lowball Goku in our previous video to make him as big or as powerful as our sun only. Even though we know that Goku is already more powerful than our sun because Super Perfect Cell attempted to destroy the whole solar system. And we all know how massive the size difference is between the solar system and our sun. Dragon Ball Z Goku post-Cell arc can already generate power more than what Super Perfect Cell could generate. On the other hand, despite the lack of evidence or basis from the respective series, we still highball Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo to planetary level, even though none of their respective series had displayed a power-busting feat like Frieza. We still assume in our previous video that our three shonen contender against Goku are all so strong that they can destroy a planet like Earth very easily. This is to assume that if the three of them gang upon Goku, they will be a match against him. But no, because of the size difference between the sun and the earth, even if we multiply Earth by 3, Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo in our metaphor, they will still not be a match against Goku, who is the sun in our metaphor because of how huge and massive the difference is, which reflects their power level. Even if we highball Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo to be as powerful or as big as planet Jupiter, which is, by the way, the largest planet in our solar system, they still wouldn't stand a chance against someone as massive as the sun. Keep in mind that this is still a lowball Goku in our scaling because remember, Dragon Ball Super Goku is much stronger than Super Perfect Cell already. So overall, in part 1, we had concluded that Goku can indeed solo Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo by a huge, massive, unimaginable margin. However, I ended up part 1 with a question, asking if this means that is there no chance for Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo to win or even beat Goku? That is now the topic of this second video. Because, believe it or not, as little chance as it may be, the answer is still yes. They still have a shot of beating Goku. Not because they are universal or as strong as Goku, but because the mechanics of Dragon Ball's power system. Keep in mind that despite Goku's overwhelming power, Goku is not invincible. Yes, he is a very powerful character that can rival godlike cosmic beings, but he can still be defeated by lesser characters than him under certain sets of conditions, assuming that those conditions are met. Personally, I think this is the beauty of Dragon Ball. They have godlike characters that can still be defeated if exploited properly. For me, this is what makes characters like Goku in Dragon Ball respectable because they are created with balance. But as a disclaimer, Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo will never be able to defeat Goku in a frontal fight. I repeat, a frontal fight. Goku outclasses them heavily in stamina, energy, and in stats, wherein it is literally impossible for them to keep up against him if Goku gets serious mode. But if they can manage to catch Goku off guard close enough to a level where they can fight and beat him, then yeah, they can potentially pull a win against Goku. For example, if Goku is powered down near what human level, like maybe a power level of 5, then yes, Goku losing is within the realm of possibility. Note that Goku isn't always powered up. He is still a guy that has a normal life to live on. You see, what makes Goku very very strong is because of his ki. I will make a separate video about what is ki in Dragon Ball is and its importance in battles as part of my Dragon Ball analysis playlist, since I want to make this channel some sort of a Dragon Ball knowledge channel. So I will go in depth about ki there. But for the meantime, what you only need to understand in this video about ki is that it is what makes Goku insanely strong. Ki is what increases Goku's physical stats. Stats which are speed, attack, defense, reflexes, reaction time, etc. The higher his ki, the faster, stronger, and harder Goku can hit. Goku can increase his ki as huge as our sun, or even push it further to be as huge as our solar system. He can even increase his ki as huge as our universe because remember, he is universal in our scaling. But know that if Goku channels that kind of huge amount of energy, it could disrupt the natural flow of energy in the cosmos or in his surroundings, which basically what causes the shaking. The shaking happens when there is an imbalance of energy that is occurring. That is why Goku must be very very careful when tapping such huge amount of energy like ki, because it disrupts the natural flow of energy that makes up the structure of the world, which can cause collateral damages. This is why ki control is a vital skill in Dragon Ball. For the record, it doesn't matter if you have a huge amount of ki if you cannot properly use it in battle. Metaphorically speaking, it doesn't matter if you have a very huge sword if you cannot even really use it against your enemy. A guy with a knife can still kill you if you cannot even swing your huge sword. That is the same metaphor for Goku. The bigger ki Goku uses in his fight, the more difficult it is to control it because of its volume. Goku only draws out certain amounts of ki as necessary in battle, because using ki is exhausting, so proper usage of ki is also important on top of ki control. So how can Goku increase his ki? He can increase his ki through the process of powering up. That is the core concept of ki control, because ki control is all about how to raise or lower down your ki. Goku, as an adept of ki control, knows how to tone up or tone down his ki as per his liking, which controls his overall level of physical strength. So basically, if Goku can increase his ki as big as our sun, then imagine how ridiculously insane his physical stats can be if his ki is actively as big as our sun. He can also tone down his ki to be as small as a mountain, making him a mountain level only, but that doesn't mean that he cannot instantly raise his ki if the situation demands. Bottom line, Goku has complete control of his ki, which means Goku has complete control of his strength. Basically, this is what we call power level in Dragon Ball. Now, if we remove ki in the equation, Goku is not that very strong. Yes, he is stronger than an average human, but he isn't ridiculously stronger than a human. To be honest, I doubt Goku is even a city level if ki is not active in his body. Even a freaking bullet was able to scratch Goku if ki was absent in his body. Dragon Ball Super has revisited this concept to tell us audience via Whis how important ki is in Dragon Ball. A user whose body is not buffed up by ki can still receive damage and be hurt, depending on the intensity of the attack, of course. If the receiver doesn't have enough active ki in their body the moment the attack landed, they can be hurt and damaged, worse, get killed. Regardless of how huge their ki is, if they fail to use it to strengthen their body at the right time, their huge amount of ki will be useless. So, why am I explaining this? Because the amount of ki active in Goku's body is what needs to be exploited by those who wanted to take advantage of him. Ki is what increases Goku's stats. Therefore, the lower his ki, the lower his physical stats as well. One must pay attention to the level of Goku's ki to determine how strong or weak Goku is currently. Remember, ki is an active power source. It is not passive. That means ki must be activated. That is why in Dragon Ball, timing has a very big role in every fight because certain amounts of ki must be used as quickly as possible during the heat of a battle. Failure to use enough ki during critical moments of a fight will cause them damage that may lead into their defeat or even death. In Goku's case, even a sword, a dagger, or a kunai can hurt Goku if his ki is not active enough to buff him. Durability, resistance, power, speed, etc. all relies on the amount of active ki presently in use. That is why power levels are inconsistent because power level is the amount of ki present or active. For example, remember Goku tanking a laser beam from Frieza in Namek? A laser capable of destroying a planet, and yet Goku just smirked after receiving it like it was nothing? Versus Goku being shot by a weak laser in the back by survey that most ignorant Dragon Ball haters mostly use as an example to downplay Goku. You know the difference there? The difference was the level of ki present in Goku when the laser landed. When Goku received the laser from Frieza, Goku was in Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan is a 50 times multiplier of the base form. That means Goku's body is 50 times stronger. His ki is also 50 times higher or boosted, which also, by the way, buffed Goku's durability further at that time. While Goku, when shot by Survey in the back, Goku was in his base form with almost to no active ki in his body. A very powerful Rasengan will require a greater amount of ki for Goku to tank it. An elephant gun from Luffy or Getsuga Tensho from Ichigo will also require a different amount of ki as well from Goku, since those attacks have different damage potencies. Of course, Naruto's attack potency will also depend on how much chakra Naruto will pour into his attack, or in Luffy's case, how much haki will he put into his fist. Same with Ichigo using Ryatsu for his Getsuga Tensho. Goku just have to use more ki the more chakra, haki, or Ryatsu they will use. The problem is, Goku's pool of ki is massively higher than Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo's combined. Remember the sun versus the earth size image I've shown a while ago? Yeah, that's the size gap of their power source. That's how much ki Goku have versus the amount of power source Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo possess. Basically, the stronger the attack of an opponent is, the higher amount of ki Goku must use to protect himself. Powering up is what triggers the increase of ki in Goku's body. The higher Goku power up, the higher his ki becomes. Thus, the higher his power level will also become. Since ki increases Goku's physical stats, that means the more Goku power ups, the more monstrous his physical stats will become. So, at what level can Luffy, Naruto, and Ichigo can fight Goku? They can only fight Goku if Goku is powered up to Earth size level only or below. If they manage to kill Goku before Goku raises ki to absurd amounts, then yes, Goku can still be defeated by them. Always remember that Goku is not invincible. he will only become invincible for them once Goku tap his enormous amount of ki to increase his physical stats. I mean, look at future Trunks. He didn't allow King Cold to power up or even transform. He killed him instantly right there and there. Was King Cold weak? Nope, he wasn't. Future Trunks was just smart to finish the job fast. But the moment Goku raises ki, at least even to the size of the Jupiter, they will have a hard time beating Goku at that level. I mean, just look at the sheer different size of planet Jupiter and planet Earth. It's so unfair already. What more if Goku tries to raise his ki as big as the sun? It is already an overkill. And Goku is now way stronger than the guy who attempted to blow away the whole solar system, remember? If power level reflects the amount of ki active in a DB fighter like Goku, and ki reflects the strength of their physical stats, then how do you plan on fighting someone who possesses such huge stats like the sun, which clearly by the size comparison outclasses Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo by very very much? Fighting Goku when the active amount of ki in his body as big as our sun is like trying to punch or kick the sun, which by sheer size difference will not even budge. Do you think a Rasengan will work against the sun? Hell no. Even the biggest Rasengan in the series will not budge the sun. Do you think the Hack's ash killing bone that Kaguya uses can stop the sun and make the sun turn to dust? No. We both know it cannot. Stabbing Goku with ash killing bone while Goku is powered up as big as the sun is like trying to stab the sun. It won't work. That is why some people that knows how to power scale understand the gap of power difference between Dragon Ball versus other series like One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. When some people says that a base Goku is enough against Luffy, Naruto, and Ichigo, there is a high probability that it is true. I mean, imagine this. The basic Super Saiyan is already a 50 times multiplier. If Goku's base form is already as strong as the sun, then Goku turning Super Saiyan will make Goku like, what, 50 suns? Do you think a puny planet like Earth can do anything against 50 freaking suns? Do you know how insane that is compared to a series that has barely to no planetary feet? I hope you can imagine that. Ichigo, Luffy, and Naruto are very strong in their own rights. No disrespect to them. It's just that Goku is just playing too much and he's entirely on a different league or level. I am also aware that some people overrank Naruto, Ichigo, or even Luffy to universal level or even multi-universal levels, but truth to be told, without a solid proof or even a convincing analogy or basis, a Wang power scaling will easily collapse in any logical discussion. Believe me, because statements from official guidebooks are useless without solid proof or basis. For example, in the Naruto guidebook, it was mentioned there that Kurama is a force capable of easily turning the world to ash. While official guidebooks are reliable sources of information, because Dragon Ball has also guidebooks, there's no doubt in my mind that Kurama can indeed turn the world to ash easily with his power. The problem is, what is easily? How should we define easily? Remember that a mountain buster can also destroy the whole planet and turn it into ash if you give the mountain buster enough time to destroy things on Earth over a period of time. A city buster can also do the same. A city buster can also turn the world into ash if the city buster destroyed one city after another, repeating the whole process. A continental buster is also the same. So all of these busters can produce the same results and they only differ into how long can they accomplish it. So what is exactly the parameters of easily that we are talking here? That part of the information in the Naruto guidebook is vague because easily is a subjective word that lacks enough context. On the other hand, Dragon Ball also uses guidebooks to confirm information that are not present in the anime. For example, Cell was stated to be really capable of destroying the whole solar system in one of Dragon Ball's guidebook. But what does Cell's claim sets apart and makes it clear and less vague compared to the Naruto guidebook in our previous example? Because of the solid fit from Frieza that shows a planet being destroyed by him easily. Because Perfect Cell is magnitudely more powerful than Frieza, which makes Cell's claim feasible to be accepted logically. The power gap between Cell and Frieza isn't just 10 or 20 times. Remember that Cell goes toe to toe with a very much stronger Super Saiyan Goku. Anyway, wanking is a separate topic already, and I think I may address that topic in some of my future videos. But I think I have already explained enough on what extent or chances does Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo can be on par with Goku. Goku against Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo is 99% favorable over Goku. The 1% is if they manage to catch him off guard in the level where Goku's ki is not that high yet. Anyway, thank you very much for listening and see you next time in my next video upload. So, bye for now. Have a good day.